gentlemen, gamers and geekenders, grab your controllers and level up your excitement because it's time to power up with the Super Chevy Brothers Podcast. On this week's Pixel Perfect episode, our pixel pushing crew is geared up to tackle the latest news in the gaming universe. Prepare for the ultimate showdown as they navigate the perilous pixels of the first Tetris screen of doom. Level up your reality with Apple's mind-bending VR headset and unlock the secrets of Konami's upcoming game releases that will likely leave you wanting more. But hold on to your power-ups, folks. Chevar is taking a power-up potion, aka the blue pill, and embracing the world of AI like never before. Chevall is hitting the F button to pay respects to those who lost in the New Year job battle, and Mom is the ultimate boss, asking all the questions you were too afraid to face in the gaming realm. Put the rope down, step off the chair, and put your pants back on. It's time for the Super Chevy Brothers Podcast.
Welcome to Super Chevy Brothers Podcast. This is episode 124 on Wednesday, January 10th. And today we're joined by all three co-hosts. Again, you have, of course, me, the gears. You have Biko, the oil. You have Mother, the mechanist. How's everyone doing today?
Man, that's a machine with a lot of parts missing. Doing good. Doing great.
There are other parts to the machine, but those aren't the ones talking on the show. So
I thought you were
everybody knows the most important part of a machine is the oil. It's a part of the machine, obviously.
Yeah, but with no gears, what's the oil gonna do? Just sit in the can?
The oil will be fine. It's just going to be oil.
What the heck was I called?
You're the
I called you the therapist.
The mechanist.
Okay, it's better than being the wrench, so it's okay. All right.
Wrench fixes stuff.
What's wrong with a wrench?
What's wrong? Yeah, what's wrong with the wrench?
The wrench usually stops everything or interrupts everything or messes it up. So that's.
I guess if you throw it into the machine, but you can also use it to fix stuff.
Well, yeah, I'll be the fixer. How's that?
No, you're the mechanist.
No, okay.
You ever watch that movie?
Yeah, it's a machina. Yeah.
No, that's not the movie I'm talking. I think it's called Machinist with Chris Bale.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the one where he got all skinny and nobody cared. Well, no. Sorry, 50 Cent got real skinny and nobody cared. Christian Bale.
50 Cent got real skinny, no one cared. Christian Bale got skinny, people liked that.
They loved it.
They loved it.
Good stuff.
What was that? You guys watched the Golden Globes? I didn't even know it was on.
I did not watch it. I saw the aftermath of things winning, that a lot of which I did not see. What aftermath? Yeah, you see everybody who won after the Golden Globes happened.
There's you act like they had a gore room or something.
Disaster of the Golden Globes.
I'm sorry that I'm not in with y'all's group think of thinking terrible things happen after the word.
When you say aftermath, the aftermath, like, oh my god, they drop bombs.
Aftermath is just that's my god, you. That is what you think. I don't think that really is a common thing. Y'all are weird. Anyway, but I saw that The Last of Us won a bunch of Emmys, so I should maybe watch that at some point. Maybe.
You didn't watch it?
Also, what idiot came up with?
I've played it like 10 times.
What idiot came up with the word aftermath? Like, we've got result, conclusion, but they're like, what happens after you do this? It's aftermath. That's what it's called. That's so stupid.
After you do the math, you get the result.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We have other words. We have other words for this already.
What's going on?
It's like like today we don't use it so much, so it's kind of like,
Are y'all
you have
just,
great
y'all just gonna
vocabulary,
keep going?
but-
Am I just not talking?
It's
you don't
the
have to stop
aftermath.
everyone who's talking about something. I'm just saying.
Nah, he just no. I was talking. You didn't acknowledge anything. I was like, okay, maybe they can't hear me. He's
Well,
doing
I
his old tight five before we get into the news.
I don't even know what that means. I hope you watch the show. I mean, the show's there, and just watch it. It's not that long, right? It's like 5 episodes.
Okay.
Maybe
To be
6.
fair, Aftermath. You're right. It is usually after a ruinous event. So yeah, no.
Yeah.
The Emmys terrible, awful, terrible event, and then the aftermath happened. But no, I'll watch it at some point. I have interest in every other show just because I know what happens. So I know that that's not always why you should watch something, is because you know what happens, quote unquote. But also, like, the original game was kind of like a movie in the first place. So yeah, I'll get around to it when I get around to it. I'm glad they're winning stuff for it, though. I mean, it's big budget production, pretty good game.
That the show with the what was the best female actress went to the comedian lady, and the show with the hateful Asian people. What's it called?
What the fuck are you talking about?
There's a show. The woman who won.
That was an early.
No, what are you
F-word.
talking about? Hateful Asian people. What are you talking about,
That's
Chevar?
it's what the show.
What are you talking about? What's
the
the name of the show?
Trying to figure it
Your bad
out.
joke isn't
Why are you
landing.
getting so upset? It's not a bad joke. This is what the show's about.
What are you talking about? The show with
That's-
the hateful Asian people. I feel like I'm on Alex Jones's show every week. Jesus.
Because I said Asian.
No, the hateful Asian people. What are you talking about? What is the show?
Hold on, let me find it.
Oh my god.
What hateful?
He doesn't even know what he's talking about. He's got to go. He's got to make something up. So he's
I
googling
forgot
it. So he
the
can
name of the
twist it.
show. Hold on.
Oh, the Succession.
No,
Oh,
not that show.
the
Man,
hateful.
wasting a lot of time. Well, yeah. Anyway, the Emmys did happen. I kind of
This
glaze
is
over
Golden
sometimes.
Globes, though.
Yeah, golden. That's the Emmys.
Mm. No, this is a precursor to the Academy, the Oscars here.
Oh yeah. You're right. The Emmys are later on. Yeah. Who
Yeah,
cares?
yeah.
What's the next thing? Since Chevar couldn't find that show, even though the Golden Globes happened like 2 days ago, and the winners should be really easy to find. Have you
Ali Wong.
Yeah,
Is that
that's
the
her
one?
name. Yeah, that lady.
Oh.
Yeah.
with the what show with the racist Asian people? You can't. What is that?
Beef?
Beef. That's what it's called. Beef. Yeah. I didn't
With
say
the
they were
racist
racist.
Asian
I did
people?
not say they were racist. They're not racist.
No.
I don't think.
What did you say then? Because that's definitely what
hateful.
you said.
I'm hateful.
Oh, the hateful Asian people. Oh yeah, the guy that they fired because he was talking about raping black women. Yeah. Shout out to them.
I have no clue what that's got to do with what. Who said that?
One of the main cast members, after he got on the show, somebody found a podcast clip from like 6 months before where he was talking about raping a waitress or something like that. So
Oh, dear.
yeah.
Okay. Okay, interesting.
Which one of the Succession guys was Matthew McFadden?
I don't know. I didn't watch
I
the
have
show.
no
I have
idea.
no
I
clue.
don't. Yeah. I didn't,
That sounds
I
like
don't
the
care.
bald guy in Ant-Man.
No.
Matthew McFadden.
McFadden. That
McFadden.
must have been McFadden?
McFadden. It's
Mc-
FADYEN.
It's
I don't know.
just
Why-
spelled different. Like Sean, Shun.
Okay. All right. What did he win something that you liked?
I think he was the guy that was married to the daughter.
I
He
don't
almost
understand.
has-
Okay, what about him? Did he win
I was trying
or
to
something?
figure out which role he won. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. The Killers of the Flower Moon,
Didn't see that.
Lily Gladstone. Oh, I saw that.
Oh, great. Good
Yeah.
for you. I haven't had time to watch movies. I've been doing
Well,
other things.
I do. There you go.
So,
well, if that was true, you would have had
You'd
a
have a
movie
movie
review for
review
us this
today.
week.
Well, I do, but nobody gives me time to wake up and recuperate.
I mean, I can fill in for her this week. I watched a pretty I watched a 3-part documentary that is insane. But we don't have to. If we need something, we don't need to.
No, I don't think we need to. I think you'll be stepping on her toe. I honestly don't think.
Yeah,
Mom
yeah,
would
it's
like
her thing. It's her
if
thing.
you took
It's her
her
thing.
segment.
Yeah, it's her thing. Never mind.
Also, the deadline for segment submissions is February 20th. If you don't get in a segment request by then, it will you gotta wait until like August. Okay, so be aware of that. If you want a segment, send it to my email. I'll review it, and we'll vote on it. Okay,
sounds good, boss.
Yep.
A segment.
Yeah, like your segment with the movies that you recently haven't been doing. Yeah.
What?
Just saying.
You started in your segment.
No, no. We don't have now. If a number of segment ideas come through and we vote on them, and something has to get pushed out, yeah, we gotta cut the chaff, right? But I didn't say the movies gotta go. I like the movie reviews when they happen.
Yeah, because but I might submit something else, so I don't get.
You can do that
into a movie.
You can do that.
I don't want to be pigeonholed.
You don't have to.
We
be
have
pigeonholed.
aftermath, and we have pigeonholes. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, deadline for submissions of segment ideas is February 20th. Okay.
Let me put that on my calendar.
Yeah, whatever.
Those are about the reactions I expected. Okay. Well, that's great. That's fine.
You're my boss all of a sudden. What is this?
I'm not. No
discussion. Just handing out deadlines.
That's a deadline. I didn't say I was making any decisions. That's more secretarial work, not boss work. That's just
you called yourself the CEO, the secretary. You Eddie Murphy with the costume changes. You gotta chill out.
What do you guys think about that Beverly Hills Cop 8 coming out?
Oh, I can't wait.
Eddie needs money. Eddie broke. Something happened.
No, he's not broke.
He went the Michael Jordan way. Or he's just trying to have one last good run. So he's revisiting all the classics.
You talk about this guy like he's washed up. Eddie Murphy's a genius. It's unrecognized
Cage.
An unrecognized genius. Nicolas Cage is broke. He's constantly broke.
Nicolas Cage isn't broke, but he's in so much debt. He's just like
he takes stuff he likes and he takes stuff he doesn't like. I don't know. I think that's great for Eddie though. Good for him.
He's still flowing.
You know what though? I don't think Nicolas Cage is in as much debt anymore because I think he actually made like 3 movies this past. I think
he broke even with the last 1 or 2. Yeah. My God, he's made like 297 movies.
Actually, I was looking it up. He's only up to like 116. I was looking up actors who have the most movies because Kalanick and I were talking about that. And he's only at like 116. Samuel L. Jackson.
He has more than anybody.
He's way up there. And then when you look at the people who are what's the woman who I'm not to offend anyone, but she has very masculine features, especially the older she gets, and she was in that movie about being a prostitute that all these women from the 90s love so much. When it's a movie about being a prostitute, and she has a brother.
Pretty Woman,
the same
but who's
one?
The actress?
Julia Roberts.
Yeah, what about Julia Roberts?
The brother.
Eric
Roberts?
Yeah, he's in the second. He's got the second most amount of movies. In the second most amount of movies in Hollywood. And then I think somewhere like between 7 and 4 is Machete. He's in there. He's got like 400 movies. It's crazy. They got a lot of movies.
Yeah, they just take a check, bro. I gotta say that's just hard work ethic, and also not really having to give a shit about what you put out there. I don't know. I remember seeing how many movies Samuel L. Jackson was in, and I was like, damn, like
it's a lot.
He never stops working.
Wow.
I think that Eric Roberts was in Megalodon: The Frenzy. I don't think I've seen that one. That was the most recent. And Human Centipede 3. Though. Expendables. He was in Expendables. I don't know which one, but he was in one of those. I remember that.
Yeah, he was.
He's in a lot of TV shows now too. Yeah, he's in a lot of movies. Yeah.
That's Eric interesting. Roberts. I thought Samuel was number 1.
No, he's like number 7 or 6, something like that.
What?
And the number 1 person who was in some like 800 something films or whatever, it's an extra who was just like in every Hollywood movie from like 1919 up into 1935 or 45. They're just in all the movies, just sitting in the background doing extra stuff.
Or lying in a coffin. Because, yeah, that's a lot of movies, over 800 movies. Yeah.
Yeah. So welcome to the show about games, the thing we haven't talked about in 15 minutes at all here. Let's get into the news. What do you guys think about that?
Let's do news.
I've been waiting.
Let's do news.
We can't wait.
Round 1. Fight!
Oh, Mom about to
also, I want to say I'm kind of sad that there's no reason for us to play Max Payne clips because those are pretty funny to put on the soundboard. I chose the best 9 out of like 30, but those are pretty fun last week.
I think there's always room for a Max Payne.
Did you guys listen to the intro of the last episode?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you think? What were your thoughts?
I thought it was Chevar's usual his usual spice that he puts on things.
Spicy hot.
All right, that to me sounds like you didn't listen, Mom.
I thought it was time for the news.
Okay.
Yeah,
also didn't.
Oh my god. Topics?
Oh my god. People don't eat their own food here. Number 1. First story of the day because it's news time.
Round 1. Fight!
All right, it's the year 2024, and in this year, same as last year, a lot of people getting fired. A lot of layoffs coming through the pipeline in the gaming industry. Most recently, we have Unity laying off 1,800 employees. A pretty big number. We've also got Twitch laying off around 500 employees. And I read the Game Informer article. They were real not happy about it, which I can understand that sentiment.
Really, you can understand that? That's crazy.
I was just surprised. I was reading the article a hand to chin, and then you get to the end and they're like, the game industry will surely feel the effects of such horrible layoffs for years to come. The hearts of Game Informer staff are with everyone. Like, wow, that's deep.
They're in the game industry. I mean, they're not like straight news, so I'm not really surprised. I mean, and it does suck. I mean, we've been seeing a lot of layoffs, especially over the past 2-3 years. Bungie had a lot of layoffs. Epic laid off, I think it says in here, 830 employees. The Twitch layoff too. It's just a gigantic layoff time. I mean, this is already kind of climbing up the numbers compared to last year, because last year already had a lot, and starting off the year there's already close to 3,000, 4,000 people. So I don't know. It does suck because I mean, it sucks when anybody gets fired. Really, that's really the part that sucks to me. Yeah. I mean, Unity kind of surprised. I'm not surprised actually that they lost a lot of steam this year.
Why not? I mean, I understand at the end of the year that thing, but why would that?
I don't think that. Yeah, that's what I
why
was
would
going
you
to say.
expect to
I
lose
don't think that
1,800
was
people?
That's what I was going to say. I don't think that was like a huge part of it was that issue, which if I recall correctly, Unity was charging people like a lot of money based on how many people installed or how many people clicked on a application that was used to make it. They eventually rolled it back, but no, it's just a lot of layoffs. Like I'm looking in here, like I forgot Naughty Dog laid off 25 people, which they're not a gigantic company, so that's kind of crazy.
But I'm curious,
Mhm.
what is driving this? I mean, that's not happening in the real world with other
The real
industries.
world.
Well,
Yeah, it
I
is.
mean,
Well, that's well
no, it's
that.
not. No, it's not. We
Okay.
gained 216,000 jobs last month. The month before, it was 150. No, I'm sorry. It was
I didn't
190.
say it was. I didn't say it was system wide. I'm just saying that there are
I know,
professions
but
that are
I'm
having a lot of
saying,
issues right now, and journalism is one of them as well.
but in
We're
general,
having
I'm
a
saying we're
yeah.
gaining jobs. Why is it in this industry, that's so popular? People haven't slowed down,
Games
but
take a lot of
Good
freaking money
question.
to make.
What do you think?
Games take a lot of. I think that games are taking a lot of money to make, and there's been a lot of, and it's based on what I've seen in the past on why companies shut down, why companies get bought, in the gaming industry specifically. I really think it's because they're starting a lot of large projects and they're either not making enough money or they spent way too much money on it. And even if it did make money, they need to they need to cut people in order to save more money, right? Like this happened to the guys with Time Splitters before they actually shut that company down. That happened to them several times over. This happened to Bungie as well. I think after the first Destiny came out, they had a lot of issues. And Volition, the guys who made Saints Row, same thing with them. They had this issue before they shut the company down recently. There's a few companies that got reopened just to shut back down, right? So I think it's that we're seeing games cost more and more money. Like there's a lot of bloat when it comes to making games, or things like feature creep, where they try to add monetization, they try to add things that make what people want to play it as games as a service type of game. And
But what do you
I
think
feel like half
about
the time it doesn't pan out.
what about this one, Unity? They don't make games really. Their main thing is the engine.
Yeah, no, I think also they're seeing some people not use their engine, especially with Unreal Engine and stuff like that. As to why they made this huge layoff, I honestly don't have really like a great guess to that. That one kind of
well,
surprised me because that's 25% of their workforce. And it was just done during a memo, right? Like I understand that 2023 sucked for them because of the per install fees thing I mentioned before, but I'm kind of like blown away they laid off 25% of their people.
What are you saying, Mo?
well, I I think it's the usual reason. Um, the interim CEO delved a little deeper. Jim Whitehurst, he made this announcement. We are reducing the number of things we're doing in order to focus on our core business and
Yeah.
drive our long-term
Yeah.
success and profitability. Listen, I
Yeah.
whether you agree or not, I think it's all about profits, and I think the AI industry is taking a hold quicker in this industry than it would any other. And I
Right,
think
right.
that has a lot to do with it.
So I do want to talk about that. That's part of it, right? Like when he says we're going to close down some things to hone in on making our better product. That's kind of what I mean when I say that they shutter stuff back because they're spending too much money on things. That's what I mean by like canceled games, right? So that's definitely like firing like most of a team or half of a team and then moving them all to like a main game, right? Which I'm not saying that's right, but like that's kind of what that translates to, right? And the AI thing, we can talk about this in a minute because there's another topic about it, but that is another huge part, especially because like I don't know. I personally think we're jumping into some of the AI stuff a little too quickly, but some of this stuff, it's kind of like they're just saying, okay, let's fire all these people. We can get them to do their jobs. It's happened in my industry. There's plenty of places that have fired their daily post writers because they have Chat GPT and stuff like that.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised that was part of it too if AI was part of the reason that, especially places like Unity, were able to lay off a bunch of people.
Yeah, I mean, I think AI is a part of it. I think I think it's less of bad management and we spent too much money, now I gotta let people off. Like, I think it's more of taking the opportunity to. I mean, yeah, you can use AI and cut some of these jobs, but also a lot of people like these types of jobs. Well, not some of these jobs, because you look at stuff like they talk about Hasbro as well, laid off people. Microsoft lays off people. Some jobs are like specialty jobs where you can lay off people just because in the tech industry here, you're gonna have a lot of young people coming in that know the newer stuff, and so you can lay 3 people off to get one young guy to do something they don't know how to do. And then you have, of course, you got AI. I guess that's some of it as well. But you don't need. There's just some jobs being done that you don't need. And
right. I think when they eliminate 25 here, 30 there, they're doing what you were saying, replacing with younger, cheaper, newer. It's always about profitability.
Yeah, it's people that can pay less as well. Yeah.
Like, but the
they don't want to keep people on too long.
1800, that's huge. That's a lot of people. So I know. Yeah, I know AI has a lot to do with that. May we mark this moment in history when we all agree unity brought us together.
Oh, why'd you have to ruin it? Now I'm just gonna take the opposite opinion.
I agree.
Applause. Well, applause. Oh my God, the sound effects are just never on time.
You have your own sound effects. Remember, right?
I don't know how to do that. I can barely talk on it.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, there you go. There's your laugh.
Okay. I'm glad you got that.
Thank you so much.
Okay. There you go. Happy. It sucks, but
happy, joy.
I don't think a lot of these people are going to be like without a job for a very long time too. Like I said, I'm sure a lot of people
I think that's
fired.
That's a easy sweeping statement to say. You never know. Like, right? Like, I don't know. There's a lot of devs. This isn't like an industry that's super incredibly easy to get a job in, right? I don't think it's fair to say, yeah, most of them will be okay. We don't know that.
1800?
Yeah, that's a lot of fucking people. So yeah, I don't know about that.
I almost got through without that F word. Yeah. What was
Almost.
Where's Chevar go? Did he just disappear?
I didn't disappear. Why do you think I disappeared?
Just stop talking.
Round 2. Fight.
No one.
Right. So SAG-AFTRA has signed an agreement to allow devs to use AI voices in games. So this news broke like this morning that we're reporting this, right? So SAG-AFTRA, if you guys, if you haven't been anywhere, honestly, if you've been alive the last like 20 years, right, you've seen them protest and go on strike several times for their actors. But in a weird thing that got revealed last September, SAG-AFTRA union members voted yes to authorize a video game strike, right? But it turns out that SAG-AFTRA themselves actually just signed a full-on agreement to endorse using AAA actors' voices in video games. So what I don't my thing about using AI voices in games is I feel like you should at least have the actor's permission, or their estate's permission or something like that. If that's the case, then if they're cool with it, then whatever. But I don't know how this really passed though, because there are a lot of people within SAG-AFTRA, including the English voice of Kiryu in the Yakuza series for America. He plays Kiryu in the English version, but he says like everybody he talked to did not want to approve this. Like, and that's the thing, right? Like, you see a lot of people within that part of the industry being like, AI sucks. One of the huge things about why SAG was protesting before was to keep AI out of movies and keep them from being able to use people's images, with AI. So this is like kind of a big shock for a lot of people.
Okay, just why? Okay, to me, I don't see why so many people are against it. It's just another way to make more money with less work
for the
Okay,
company.
so Chevar,
for the actors too.
Well, no, okay, but Chevar, but here's the thing. Do you think the actors will be getting paid regularly or as much if AI is used?
No, but you don't have to look at it as, okay, today I have one job, two job, I get $100, $200 here, so I have $200, and now AI comes, so now they're going to pay me $50, so I now only have $100. No, you can still do your performances because people are still going to want performances from people. And then you can do the AI stuff where, yeah, people pay you less because it's less work, but you can do that more. You do that once, and you've done it as many times as
No.
you can
No,
make
I
money.
don't. I fully disagree. I
If
think
you
that
do that once, they can use your
they
voice
can
over
use your voice for
and
whatever. It doesn't matter.
and you
Like,
never get paid for it again.
Okay, who
Yeah, it
said you
doesn't
can use?
matter.
Who said all of what you just said? Who said they can use it over and over and you don't get paid? Where does
Of
it say
course they
that?
can.
Shavar,
All they
Why?
they
have to
already
do-
don't pay actors for movies that they are in physically. So
Right.
why the
And
hell would they start paying people to use their voice, especially video game actors who already have a lot of trouble getting paid when they go in the
Right.
booth? Why
And-
would they all of a sudden start paying them for using their AI voice? No, they're not gonna. If they do pay, them,
Why
it's
would
gonna
they
be
pay them for
pennies.
using their non-AI voice?
What? Because they came to the studio and spent their time to give them a performance.
Okay, so
That's
how did they
why.
get your performance in the first place for the AI voice?
Is because you spoke some words into an AI thing, and now it can emulate your voice and make you say whatever it wants you to make. To
Okay,
say.
so
Sure,
you
that's why.
don't just do that because someone's pointing a gun to your head. You have people pay,
That's-
and
Shavar,
they're
they're
That's
paid for
collecting
the
it
rights
without
to
their
use
Shavar.
your
They're
stuff.
collecting it without their consent.
No,
Shavar,
that's
they're
all
collecting
of
it
this-
without their consent. Shavar, they don't sign a
That-
paper and then suddenly they're in a
Right.
system. We just had some people with what was it called? OpenAI or something just say like we can't do this without copyrighted material. Shavar, they already have their voices. They don't need to ask them for shit. I
If they're
think
gonna
you're kind of
put-
being
oh,
naive
okay, hold
to be
on.
like they're just gonna
Hold on.
yeah
I'm
they're
not
gonna have
talking
everybody
about-
come in the office and sign away their voice.
I'm not talking about
I
some.
think they're just gonna start using people's stuff.
I'm
They're
not
already
talking about
doing
some indie developer dude who goes on Netflix and then
that's not what I'm talking
listens
about
to-
either.
Okay,
That's not what
so
I'm talking
how
about
do
either.
you think? Okay, that's what I'm saying.
I can
Why?
tell you.
Why
Yeah,
in your
mom,
minds do
let
you
mom talk
think?
because she's an adult. Let her talk because I think she gets. What I'm
Okay,
trying to
you don't
say.
have to insult people because I'm making a point here. Just because.
It doesn't mean it's a good point.
But tell me
I think
where
it's a
it
very, I think it's
says.
a very naive point.
Tell me where it says you won't get paid for your use of likeness or voice.
You should be
Tell
a lawyer
me
for
where's
these
that
guys.
said?
Okay, so, mom. So because they didn't put it in the article, it's just not gonna ever happen, right? Like
But
because
you're
they didn't
saying
spell
because
out
they
and
didn't
say
put
we
it.
will be using these things without permission. Thank you. Sign.
So because but you're
video
saying
game
it is
company.
because they didn't. They didn't say that in the article.
No, Shavar, I'm saying it
If-
because
if I
these
may
AI
have
programs they're using
permission-
are already trained on people's voices. It
If I
doesn't
may
matter.
use my non-AI voice, all right, let me say this. Listening to when this was happening with SAG, okay, when the strike was going on, and lots of stories being reported about what was happening. One of the NPR stories was very specific about how this happens. Okay, so you go and audition for a role, and you don't necessarily have to have the job, but they'll say, we want to, shoot you this way, that way, as if you're still auditioning. They take likenesses, pictures, video. They have you speak and say certain words into a microphone, and you don't want to say no. It is a gun held to your head because
Yeah,
if you say
exactly.
no, you won't get the role. And
But then you're complaining that
there's a power dynamic.
Okay,
to
hold
this,
on,
Chevar.
hold on.
You're not working on equal ground with these people.
You're telling me I can go in here and they're gonna say, "Hey, let's get all this information on you, and we're not gonna pay you, or we're gonna pay you pennies," and then I'm gonna sit in the corner. Listen, and I'm gonna sit in the corner like, "Oh man, they took advantage of me." Or when they say they're going to take my information for free, I can say no, but that's a gun to my. That doesn't make sense.
Everything's great when it's hypothetical. Chevar.
No, listen,
everything's great when it's hypothetical, and you're not in the
listen to what I'm
situation
saying. Listen to what I'm saying. You're making it sound like, oh, if I don't do this, I won't get the part, and getting the part gets me what if I'm not getting paid? I know these are like art people and performance or whatever.
So what about the people who don't
business
want their
acumen? Get
voices
an
to be used for
agent.
AI? They're just shit out of luck, right?
No, no. You can't use people's voices if they don't want you. What do you mean?
No, Chevar. Okay, but think about it.
I'm going to tell you right now. Sony's not going to put out.
Okay, one at a time.
Let me talk.
I was talking.
Chevar,
but okay.
I know, but you monologue for a long time. When one
Who's
person,
talking?
yeah, mom knows. He spells stuff out like a third grade teacher, and it still doesn't make sense. So here's the thing, Chevar. If there's one actor who allows their voices to be used as AI, right? Let's say they are raking in cash for that. What if there's another actor that doesn't want their voice used for AI? Are they not kind of like, shoved out of the way of the business because there's already other actors that may already kind of fill their role, but people are like, well, we can pay him less to use his AI voice. Then we can pay this guy to come in or send us his vocals.
That's every job. That's every freelance job.
AI is fucking with your job too right now?
No, that is not. That's not just AI.
Okay, then
that's
stop.
every job.
If
I do porn and I don't want to bang black dudes, guess what? They're gonna go with the person that does want to do it.
Why are you talking about porn? What are you talking about?
I'm trying. No, the point of what I'm saying is,
sorry, being a racist white girl in porn is not the same thing as somebody else in AI letting somebody.
Who said I'm white?
I'm sorry, your brain's so like thick.
Who said I'm white?
His skull is so thick that he's like talking about porn.
Okay, look.
Chevar,
see, now you're doing this thing
talk
where
about
you get
the situation I'm talking about.
I'm talking about the situation.
My only question is this: do you think this is okay? Like, do you think it's fine?
I think it's absolutely.
It's fine for people to be fucked, right?
It's not people. That's what I'm saying. You're taking something that says AI can be used in video game for voice actors'
because I like to use critical thinking and think further than just what people tell me in news articles.
So use your critical thinking and tell me, where is this a guaranteed thing or even a most likely thing where people are going to get screwed over just because their voice is just going to get stolen from talking everywhere and they're not going to get any money?
So what do you think about the SAG-AFTRA strikes that just happened? Did you think that they were kind of bullshitting because they were against the same thing?
Okay.
What do you mean? I don't understand.
They were saying they were boycotting using AI in movies to emulate them without them coming into the studio because companies admitted already they have facial scans and voice samples of all of these celebrities. It's not a conspiracy. They have it.
I didn't say it's a conspiracy.
They already have it. Yeah. What?
I didn't say it was a conspiracy. I didn't say it wasn't true.
So,
but this is the thing. This is new stuff, new technology, new lines. Draw the lines. That's all you got to do. When you that's you have your protests and all that stuff. Great. Draw the lines. If you're
but
just
they
gonna
drew the line.
And what's the line? That's what I'm telling. That's what I'm asking. What's the line?
Okay, if I may,
the people who have been trying to draw the lines for the past 40 or 30 years about different things that actors and actresses have to go through. But now
and
they
they've been
just draw
doing
the lines with the
AI.
AI. Of course.
But in this case, we're talking AI. Okay. And this is not brand new. Think about this.
Yeah, this isn't brand new. AI is not brand new.
Think about the No, it's not. They're just talking about it. Think about the stupid thing. What's the stupid movie with the blue people that really aren't people?
Avatar.
That one. Okay. So this is, that's not the beginning of it. That just kind of was an apex of look what we can do,
Yeah.
So this stuff has been going on for a while. And the whole point is that they have stolen.
They have
it
it
is
already.
stealing because they take all these pictures of extras and it's not the stars, it's the extras. These are the people that are being pooped on.
The stars too. There were a few stars that came out during the SAG-AFTRA stuff who said they know, like they've seen that.
Well,
they
we
have
can
all their
see
stuff.
Princess Leia after she died a year before, and
exactly.
it's not new.
Okay, hold on. That didn't just happen. These rights were signed over. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Princess Leia.
I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
not.
I get
Here's the
that
thing.
people get pressured into stuff. Or
They are not. But they're not. What's her name? Not
I feel like she has
Debbie
a lot of
Reynolds.
faith in companies. I don't know.
But they're not those stars. So they don't say, "Hey, you can't take my likeness." They're like, "Please, I want to be hired." And if they say no, you can't take my likeness, you can't do this, they're not going to hire them.
Okay, let me say it like this. Okay,
there are many Harvey Weinsteins out
let's
there.
Say, okay, hold on. Let's say me,
just on varying levels,
and someone like me who's not some artist or perform. If I go into a job, like I really want to work here, this is my dream company. It's Microsoft or Sony or like Tesla, some big company that is gonna be great for your career. And I go in there, and Elon Gates tells me, "Hey, I want you to work here and stuff, but can you work the first just free until we decide we want to do something?" And I have it's in my head to take this opportunity to work for free for an undisclosed amount of time, or get out of here and go somewhere else. I'm an idiot if I work for free. If you sign over your right,
you know how many people would do it.
Opinion,
but do you know how many people would do that?
You're all about hypotheticals, dude.
I get that. I get how many people would do it. Let's stop getting this many people do it, because that's what we've done throughout history. That's what we've always done, is stop people from doing stuff. We don't.
But that's what the strike was about.
Chevar, that's what the fucking strike was trying to do, and you're basically telling them that what they were doing.
The strike was trying
to. It's a word. Please stop saying it every time. If you call more attention to it, I'm just gonna keep doing it. Anyway,
is
that's
that
kind of disrespectful,
the entire
though.
point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck.
Don't use my words. Don't
Here's what
use
I'm saying,
the words
though.
on my cup.
The line drawn is they can use AI. I'm saying, you're saying that line has gone so far where as soon as you speak into a mic, every company in the world can use all of your information,
sure,
and
you're
not
black
getting
and white
a dime.
situation. Okay, it's not. Like
I'm not saying it
black
is.
And white. We're saying that, but no, Chevar. I feel like my point at the end of the day is it is easier than ever to do that if this happens. You can say that they won't do it, but this will make it so much easier to use the stuff they already have rights they already signed away. You'll have contracts that already happen, like right now, that say, hey, you're going to be in this thing, but we can use your image for X amount of years. And then now, because they have your image in a computer with AI that they can morph into all kinds of different ways, there's just all kinds of different ways that could go. I'm speculating, of course, but like my whole point is it's easier to do something like that. You can already kind of do that with people. There's already people who haven't gotten paid for projects. We're about Taraji P. Henson begging Oprah to pay her for a role. Like, there's already shit like that happening all the time, right? So I feel like on one hand, it's naive to think that like people are just going to be above board with this stuff all the time.
I didn't say that.
Permission like they did with stop. I didn't say you, okay? And be naive and say that, they're going to treat everybody like they did, the woman who played Leia, and ask her permission before she dies if they can use her image. I don't think they're going to do everybody like that. Like Mom said, there's extras. There's people who work behind the scenes. There's people who just want to get into acting and will do anything you ask them, including work for free. Because whether or not me and you do think it's stupid, because I think it's stupid too, a lot of people preach to that working for free and internships is the way in to do stuff. And now, yeah, sure, somebody says, hey, I'll take a few pictures of you and you can work for me for, a little bit earlier, but, it'll help you get some exposure. People already do shit like that. And I feel like this is just another hole for that. And it's kind of weird. And back to the point of the article, too, it's kind of messed up that they just agreed to this, and it seemed like a lot of people were not on board. So, yeah.
I don't know if they agreed to it, but let me say this.
They did. That's what the article is
Chevar,
about.
They did, Mom. The article is about they agreed to it. That's what the entire article is about.
Well, there was disagreement that they agreed. But let me say this, please. Please, may I say something? It is not uncommon for people to work for free.
Yeah, I know.
All right?
They're dumb.
No.
Chevar just has a superiority complex.
If you'll let me finish, every time
he's better
you apply for a job and you actually get the job, there may be few and far exceptions, but you work for free until you get that paycheck. They're telling you.
Okay, but hold on.
Hold on. Listen to me this time. Mm-hmm. They say you will get paid in a couple of weeks or in a week or in 3 weeks or at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But you don't know that.
Hell,
Okay,
I've been a
but-
freelancer before.
okay, but
Same
listen,
thing. They can just,
hold on.
They can just drag you down the street with how long it
If
takes you
I
to pay them.
go to Tesla Soft and I work there for 3 weeks
Oh my
and I'm
God,
not
all these
paid,
hypotheticals.
can't I sue them for the money they owe me for the contract I signed,
You got
for the
money for a
W-2
lawyer?
papers I gave them? But that's what I'm saying. You are in the right to do so because there is.
But do
people,
you have a money and do you have a lawyer? Do you have?
But how
both?
many times have people started a job and they didn't get paid because somebody in HR screwed up? And you see what I'm saying? I'm
Okay,
not
but
saying
then
you will
what
never
happens?
get
Does-
paid.
Oh,
or
okay,
you-
but then
I'm
okay,
saying you're-
Nobody's saying nobody will ever
but
get
the
paid.
point
We're saying
is,
that
you're
this is
saying
easy to happen,
people
dude.
don't work for free. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
Sorry that you think
Okay,
other people
Mom,
are
they
idiots
don't
because they do something
because
you wouldn't
if
want to do.
that Mom,
or
okay, I'm gonna ask you
people-
this, Mom. You say you start a new job. They're like, okay, your first paycheck is in 2 weeks. 2 weeks comes, 2 weeks and a day come, 2 weeks and 2 days come. You say, what's going on? HR says, we made a mistake. What do you do?
Then all right, they should cut
What do
your
you
check
do?
immediately.
What do you do? What do you do?
I don't-
You're in the room,
I don't
boss is there,
sue.
HR lady's there. I'm so sorry, blah, blah, blah. What do you say?
I stick my hand out for my check
Okay, thank you.
because they should have.
Okay,
Don't tell me
thank
you're
you.
sorry. Hand me my check.
Okay,
Okay,
thank
Chevar,
you.
and then you think they
What
give
if
you
you
the
get
money?
that check and
Is that
that's
what
not
happens?
the
You get the
money?
money?
What if that's not the money you agreed upon?
Yeah, then what are you gonna do?
Okay, isn't
Then
there
you-
somewhere
you
where
have
you
to-
agreed? Didn't you sign a paper?
Oh my
Didn't you
God,
sign a
bro.
contract
We have
where
other
you
topics to
agreed
talk
on the
about.
money?
He just wants
That's
to
what I'm
prove how much
saying.
he wouldn't put himself in the same situation.
No.
He just wants to prove he wants to prove he wouldn't put himself in the same situation. He's
Most
proving
jobs
not
he's
about
got to be
you do
better.
not
You got to be quicker than
sign.
that. You got to just be better. That's why we're all.
No
where we
one
wanna be,
signs a
right?
contract unless you're under contract. It's just a job, okay?
Okay, no one signs a
You-
contract unless you're under contract, but
That's right. And you're not under contract with every company you work for.
Yep.
You just work. That's why it's the common man. Okay.
so if they
give you a
told
contract.
Mom, if they told you they're gonna pay you $10 a day, and then you got that check and you're paid $3 a day, what do you do tomorrow? You coming in
try
to work?
Well, I wouldn't.
Okay, thank
And
you.
the people
That's
who
all
paid
I'm-
me that, if I
You
know
guys
what
keep
their car
acting-
looks like,
You
they
guys
better
keep
watch out
talking
for their
like
tires.
these people are completely helpless. They have no choices.
Oh my God!
They're
Because
just
Chevar,
out
not
of-
everybody is us.
No, but
not
that's not
everybody
the
is us.
point.
Not everybody grew up like us.
I know
everybody
not
is working
everyone
with
is
the same
us.
Tools,
I know
and all
not
you're doing
everyone
is
has the
calling them
same tools.
stupid and saying you have the same tools. Go get a lawyer. Go
What
sue
is the
somebody. Just go
point
do it.
of
Just
a
go do
union
it. So
if they don't
Chevar,
have
you have all the tools
education?
you need. Are you where you want to be? No. I have all the tools I need. Am I where I want to be? No. So I feel like it's just kind of a
Well,
shitty thing to
is the
do.
point
Just
of
tell
a
a bunch of people
union.
you're stupid. Why would you work for free? You're stupid. Why would you work for free?
Unions
You would take
are
$10
pretty-
here
Okay,
instead of
Biko, we
quitting and
got
trying
it.
to
I
find a
get
better
you.
job.
Okay,
keep
but
I feel like it's
unions
really
are
fucking
there.
weird.
Unions are there to help and cushion and to
Exactly.
fight and all that. But
Yeah, Chevar, what has your union done for you? When have you used the union?
that doesn't mean they always win either. Okay.
That's what I'm
Okay,
saying.
that's
like,
fine.
Chevar's
But
just
can the
talking.
union not educate their members when you're in this situation, or you
Oh my God!
look
He's
at
talking
this?
like Chevar. You talk like you're in HR. You're literally
Okay.
like, oh, the worker has everything.
All right,
they
well,
need.
you know what?
They should be able to do this.
All I'm
Here's what I
saying-
say. Here's what I say. I know you guys are so confident in what you're saying. I hope you're wrong, and I hope people have more brains, and I hope the union cares, and I hope that people care about themselves enough to not get exploited. Because it's just like the old
People
lady who gets
care
a call
about
on the
themselves
phone.
enough to not get exploited. Oh
Yeah,
my
because
God,
that's
Ben
what it
Carson in
is.
the fucking
Sometimes
house.
sometimes
Holy
you got to
shit.
bite the bullet and say no. Sometimes you got to read the
I
contract.
mean,
That's it.
You're absolutely right, and God bless America. But that's why the
I feel
Harvey
like you're speaking from a place
Weinstein
of no
when
such experience. And
that's
just,
why the
like,
Harvey
very
Weinstein.
naive.
I'm
You sound like
talking.
a silver spoon kid, dude.
That's why they win. That's why they get to molest people. That's why all that, because people want something, they don't realize they have to go through all that to get it. And then when that choice comes, they can't make that right choice because they want that thing. And then they have to make a decision at that point. I'm not saying it's the right decision,
Yeah, I know,
But
and I'm not.
they
I'm not
feel like
saying.
if they don't make that decision, they're blackballed, and especially a place like Hollywood and all that stuff. I mean, once they say no, they'll never work in the
I
industry
feel like Chevar's
again.
not gonna get it unless he's like in
Okay,
this
I
situation
get
or
that,
something.
and I'm not saying you blame these people. When I say they're dumb, I mean what they're doing is dumb. What they're doing doesn't get you what you want, because now you're doing things you don't want,
Right,
like
and where does
giving
that
away
leave
your
them?
images.
Okay,
So,
okay,
back.
and?
Okay, hold on. So like take it for the Weinstein thing. Go as far as you can, as far as the extreme of manipulation and coercion, right? What
Right.
happened when people said no and then started talking about it? Change.
What?
And so same with this. If all these actors
But
and
do you know
extra
how
Wait,
long
whoa!
that-
You think change really
No.
happened? You like think that like everything's just everybody clapped their hands together? Weinstein's in jail, everything's fixed. You think that like stopped abuse in Hollywood because they got rid of
no,
one
but
guy who
No.
was
he's
a Marvel
not doing
movie?
it anymore, is he?
Oh my fucking
No,
god!
he's oh god. No, he's not doing it anymore.
Okay.
And change
And is he
did
not
happen.
doing it
Done in
anymore?
Hollywood.
Someone
It
Because
spoke
happened. The
up.
Me Too movement worked.
But
Harvey
this
Weinstein's
is
gone.
what I'm saying.
Oh
Just
my
like
god!
this,
What a brain.
the Hollywood is kind of like the gaming industry too. Very small world, you know, and you're only going to be able to do this here. It doesn't extend to everything else. And I just think that this AI thing, it's a lovely thing, it's a creative thing, but I just think that corporations are going strictly for profit.
yeah,
Damn
of
the
course,
people.
I know. That doesn't
All
mean
right.
I mean, okay. All right, so like you guys said, the thing says AI is okay. Apparently, that's gonna ruin everything. I hope you're wrong. So
Yeah, because everybody knows that companies always tell the truth in every press release they put out about anything. We always know
Yep,
this.
that-
That's why they started striking, Chevar, because everybody was honest about what they said they would do.
Yep, that's exactly what I said, and that's what I meant. Okay.
Okay.
And 3 times 1. What is it? 3! Yeah, that's a magic number.
All right, so Sony's out here trying to show Tesla they're not the only ones that can put computers in cars.
How do you do that is after what 2 million Teslas were recalled?
Yes.
Anyway,
What's wrong with Teslas? Why they get recalled?
because of
They
the
forgot.
self-driving thing, too many people got
Right.
into accidents and it was because the AI itself was making them crash into medians and stuff. So they recalled a bunch of the vehicles.
The AI was drinking a little bit of
Yeah, it was like literally just like making people make right turns into walls.
That's fine. That's cool.
Okay,
Um,
so I have
we
to
know,
confess.
we know what you think is fine.
May I confess about this story? Let's move on, please.
Come on, confess.
I don't know what this means. I mean, I saw the video where they drove the car to the stage using a gaming controller.
That's it. That's
Mm-hmm.
the whole thing. That's
But
all
I
you need to
mean,
know.
what is the point? I mean, are they saying they're actually going to have? That's not even a self-driving car. That's some gamer driving a car. Are you going to do it from home, or I mean,
Well, first thing I'm gonna say is I've been driving cars with PlayStation controller since before I remember. Okay, so if you
before
want to
you could
write,
drive.
look, you want to write a news article, I can write.
man.
Yeah, hey, come
I-
talk to me, all right? Because I tell you about driving some cars with some PlayStation controllers. Now, I think the whole point of this is the cars are moving into the space where, engineering wise, as far as like make big metal thing move with people in it, we kind of got that down. Safety wise, make people move without dying instantly. We kind of got that down now as well. So the next step in cars, well, not the next step, the step we're on now is software. The self-driving, the reading the lanes, the letting you know when someone's coming on your blind spot.
And then getting it all recalled within several years.
Well, I mean, all the cars do things nowadays that's just based on software, right? I rented a car last year. It would drive for you if you took your hand off the wheel. it would read the lines and then keep you in the lines for, I think, like 30 seconds before it would like make a noise and say, I think you let go of the wheel, right? Like, so the next step in cars is software. And this is just a thing showing we can control cars in different ways now. You can use a PlayStation controller. It's that simple. I think that was the thing. It's that simple to get regular software like Bluetooth to control a car.
Okay.
And it's not just a screen that you're using and doing it. You can control the entire, you can drive it with the thing. You can integrate it into other things. And that is just a showcase.
That is so scary.
Why?
Yeah, I'm good. I feel like as far as just the literal, using a car using a PS5 controller for a car, I'm good. I didn't need to know that y'all could do that, especially because, what was Mom's first question? Like, that's just not, as far as practicality goes, I really don't give a shit. Like, like this doesn't do anything. Like, it's cool they can do it, but I feel like cars do most of what they already need to do. And now they're just like flexing. They're just making a bunch of stuff. They're just out here just saying, yeah, you can drive it with a PS5 controller. You can drive it with just your toes. Now you can drive it automated.
But some fool is going to try to do that.
Sure.
I'm sure somebody's already done it.
Here's the thing. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think more software into things. There are two benefits and one negative to this. One is like, okay, you get that futuristic life where you have, stuff you see. But two, I think we really had the problem, especially from like the 90s to like the mid 2000s, where I would say like at least every generation of people is getting left behind in tech, and people just don't understand the things that you have to live with it and you got to work with it, but people just don't understand it at all. The more you infuse tech into things you have to use every day, the more you're going to get older generations of people or just less educated people caught up to the world. It can be bad, like Facebook, and how every like boomer is on there talking about,
Watch
Chinese second moons.
He's just rambling now. I don't know what he like kind of fell off.
Why do you have to say old or uneducated in the same breath?
He's better than other people.
Those are two separate kinds of people: uneducated people and older people. These are people who have the most difficulty with technology invading their lives.
We'll say or.
Is that not true?
And you say uneducated or highly wise people. That's usually what older people are, because
because if I see a 35-year-old guy with white hair, he's wise to me. It might be a DNA thing, but I'm just gonna think that's a wise guy. That's a wise guy right there.
You're a nice suit. Guy.
A guy in a nice suit hanging out at an Italian restaurant in the corner. That's a wise guy. All right. So whatever. Okay. So those are two things. The third thing, the number 3, okay, which is the bad thing, is that especially with Sony doing this, all these tech companies are like failing the public in security. Every company is constantly getting hacked, infiltrated, data stolen, not just their data, our data stolen, everything. There's not going to be a time where you can't hack stuff, but there needs to be a time when hacking stuff becomes something you have to be an expert in to do at all. And at the moment we're in now, just the way everything is set up, the companies don't protect themselves and they don't protect you. And if somebody can drive a car with a PlayStation controller, someone's going to assassinate some, I don't know, Iraqi dictator by driving his PlayStation car off of a cliff one day. It's going to happen because
my boy Chevar still in 2002.
Because some 14-year-old is going to be able to hack in and do it. So that's the only bad thing. The more they keep putting tech in stuff and not security measures, because they won't and they don't, and they're really bad at it. It's just going to get more people hurt too. But then maybe we'll get rid of the
getting hacked. So
it's uneducated and old.
Right. Well, that's what you're waiting on. So, speaking of tech, let's move on to Mortal Kombat.
Where's that damn fourth Chaos Emerald?
I don't know how much of a transition that was, but okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was just get out of that story.
Heck, and
Rambling.
it's not even the same game, you know that?
It was
Anyway,
close. You
Mortal
got
Kombat
it.
1, in November, we got a new character, Quan Chi. And in January, we're getting a new cameo character. Cameo. Oh, boy. Chameleon is the name of the
Chameleon
character.
is the new character.
And so
He
it seems
looks
like
good.
we're getting a new character every month or every other month, which is nice
Kinda
timing.
cool.
Yeah. Some people are kind of... the Mortal Kombat community is generally a pretty negative community, so some people
bro,
are...
the fighting game community is generally negative. I wanted to talk about this.
but
Listen, people are big. No, Mortal Kombat people specifically, big babies. Y'all are complaining about it taking what they've complained because they said there hasn't been an update in a few weeks. Like,
yeah,
like come on, y'all. Like,
complain there hasn't been an
breathe.
update in over 3 weeks, which is ridiculous because like
It was a holiday.
No, not even that,
Street
Mom.
Fighter
Like,
Street Fighter
games
dedicated
don't-
themselves to having one update every like 4 months.
every
so.
year. Yeah, they literally said they're not updating the game until this year, and they had a hold
people-
last year without an update.
People complaining that the new DLC character has too many weaknesses when most of these people can't play the game anyway.
Yep.
You know,
People still
but
complaining about assists when the game's been out for 4 months. 5
people
months,
just
and
not
they
liking
still-
the way the game worked, which is fine, but then go play something else, you know?
Yeah,
Okay, let me say this. Okay,
yeah.
I'm not. I'm a total fan of Mortal Kombat, but I am not. I told you this when I was playing it. Who this cameo fighting thing? These people just jump into the picture,
Mhm.
beat your behind, and then go away. It's like, what is
And
that?
see, I want to point out something. The Mortal Kombat community sounds exactly like Mom.
Well, the Mortal Kombat community
why
also.
does this guy come out and why he just come and hit me? Why can they do that?
Right.
Even though
It's
everybody
like
can
being
do it.
ganged up on.
Even though everybody can do it, it's still a problem. And like to this day, I still see pro players be like, the cameo system is broken, blah, 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 blah. It's just the nature of how the game works, right? So I don't know. Mortal Kombat community is disappointing me because they really up the community support team's ass and being like, there's no support for the game. And you guys haven't updated the game in a month, even though not that long ago, these games were not updated every month. We were lucky if we got an update like every 3 to 4 months. Lucky if we did. So
well, let me ask you a question.
I don't
Let me
get
ask you a
it.
question. So when I was playing this game, it was always the other team that was ganging up on me.
That's
I
because you're not
never
good at
had
the
a-
game, Mom.
No, she was playing
What?
MKX.
Oh
Yeah,
you just
Were you
didn't know
playing?
what
You were
was
playing
going on then.
MKX, right, Mom?
right. And I never had a cameo come in and help me out.
'Cause there's no cameos in that game, Mom.
Oh yeah, that other team, somebody just magically appeared and started beating the crap out of me.
No, that's a character, and that's what he does. It's one guy.
No.
The black guy, you mean, Mom? He was a
I
black
don't
guy, and he had
remember.
another
Yeah,
black
okay,
guy with
okay.
him.
Well, then we can
Like,
I
I mean, when I
don't
say
know.
black guy, I
My-
don't mean ethnicity. I mean, like, he is just black. He's all black.
All in black, maybe.
Yeah.
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 yeah. So
Just appeared
so
out
I
of
don't-
nowhere.
Yeah, that's the character.
Oh,
Yeah,
was
well,
it?
The character can control like his shadow, kind of.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
he was beating me up with his own shadow.
Yeah.
Oh
I
man,
like this part
I'll
of our
never make
fighting-
it with
of
a
our gaming
cameo.
podcast where we talk about old games.
It's games. Game be game. All right? Game be game.
So I don't know. I
Don't
just
be
think
so hard on the
Mortal
elderly.
Kombat community. I'm trying to talk about the topic. Never mind.
You
Go
mean
ahead,
the
keep
wise
talking.
guy?
All right, Biko, you got center stage. Go for it.
No, I'm done. I'm good. We can go to the next topic.
Anyway, so Chameleon's out on the 16th, which is next week. It seems like all the updates on Thursday. I don't know why. Every DLC comes out on Thursday. I'm excited for the character. I'm a little iffy on it. Omni-Man, cool character.
That's Tuesday.
The 6th? Is
16th, Chevar. We're way past the 6th.
Okay, Tuesday. So,
don't even know what day it is, being able to tell actors they stupid. All right.
I ain't getting my images stolen. Anyway, I'm stealing, actually.
You ain't, because you are nobody. Don't do that.
Boy, you don't even know. Okay, so like Omni-Man, cool character, not my thing, just not my type of play. Quan Chi, cool character, very specific. He's fun, but very specific type of play. You might die all the time with a character. Chameleon, Tremor, really cool cameo. Really cool cameo, Tremor. I don't like. It's a lot of management.
Get good.
Chameleon looks like Tremor, but less management because she's just gonna manage herself. She randomly changes her moves. So if I can play that one and not have to worry about switching versions or something, I might like the character. So I'm looking forward to Chameleon.
Yeah, she should be cool.
I haven't played in like 3 weeks.
I just think the community really needs to like chill the hell out. Like, I feel like every fighting game, like, there's so many fighting games out right now that people just think there's updates all the time. Nah, if it was 1 or 2 fighting games out, we would not be getting that many updates. I feel like a lot of people are spoiled as far as wanting updates with their games. Like, you got to chill. Just let the game rock. Let the updates come. There's probably gonna be a patch with Chameleon they just haven't said anything about yet. Like just chill. Like the game,
pretty sure
the game is still happening.
It's just the kind of game Mortal Kombat is that it attracts that type of person. Because another game which has a lot of casual players in a similar way, and that like the game is played mostly by casuals in a similar way, like when the game is still going, is Tekken. But Tekken is real silly and very nonchalant, and there's cosplay and like people, but Mortal Kombat is like dark, gritty, rip heads off, all that stuff. And so I think people just go into it with a different mindset, and then when they're not good or then losing or whatever, it's just worse than if it were just it feels worse to like lose and someone cut your head off and you're not good at the game. That feels worse than losing in the game where like a bear kicked you in your android face and then you fell. Like, I think it just attracts. No, it's not weak stomach. I think it attracts a kind of person that.
Oh, I know.
It's just generally not enjoyable.
They quit all the time on me. I know. They're the reason I disabled voice chat. The Mortal Kombat community is a unique kind of community. I think it's one of the bigger communities as far as fighting game communities goes. But they
hate every game as well.
They hate every game. They're always ranking which game is the worst in their eyes. Some people hate this one because they don't like pressing R1. So I like Mortal Kombat 1 a lot. I'm hoping the rest of this season pass should be good. So looking forward to playing Chameleon, though. I'm still working on the characters I like. Quan Chi's fun. He's not bad. I feel like people just want to watch how pros play and then go, oh, he's bad or not. Like, you're not a pro. Just go play the game.
I don't think he's bad. I just think you can die real. Like, if there are some matchups. He has no
health. I feel like the one thing wrong with him
is he has no health. And if you fight someone if you fight certain combinations of character and cameo, and if you fight a Johnny with any kind of pressure cameo and you're in the corner, you're dead. Not like, oh, this is hard to get out of. No, you just so negative, you'll never get out of the corner unless you just mash and get lucky off someone missing something. Or if you play a Shujinko, someone with a Shujinko. Shujinko's Quan Chi moves make it where Quan Chi If it lands, you can't move, and it's like 6% of health, which is almost like all of your health because you don't have any health. 60% of your health then would be like 85% of your health because you don't have any health. It's crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, he just doesn't have a lot of health. Yeah, exactly. He's decent. I think he has good stuff. I disagree with a lot of people who play fighting games these days. People are like, oh, low tier, blah 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 blah. I think the games we have now are probably the most balanced fighting games ever. Not saying they're perfectly balanced. That's not what I'm saying. But people compare these characters to like quote unquote unusable characters in old games, and it's not true. I feel like, especially on Mortal Kombat, I feel like every character is like viable in some way. Like there's no character that's just so bad they can't do anything. So, but I bet if you ask 10 Mortal Kombat players that, they would super disagree and tell you how bad Sub-Zero, what's the other girl's name? Vampire Girl. Somebody would say Shao for some reason, though he's not bad. So, you know, it is what it is. People have their opinions on stuff, but, you know, the meta is not always going to apply to all of you because not all of you are competing in tournaments.
Ho, ho, ho! I've got 5 good reasons for you to shut up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5!
Happy holidays once again. Happy New Year. That Last of Us show you didn't watch has a new actor in it for season 2.
Where is she from?
I don't know.
Caitlin.
Supposed to be from something?
I think she was.
Yeah, she's in something else. I recognize her face.
Nothing I've okay, let's see. Booksmart. Do you know Booksmart?
Oh yeah. She wasn't Booksmart. I actually like that movie. Yeah, she is familiar. No, yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I could have watched it. I watched so many movies. I just don't review them all. But her face is very similar to the one that's there, except for the forehead. But
yeah, except for the forehead and like 50 more pounds of muscle.
Spot on. So. I think the bangs are fooling y'all.
Oh, here you go. She's in. You know what she's in that you like? Justified.
What?
That's what.
Justified. Okay. The new little girl.
I guess.
Is that his daughter?
I have no clue. I don't know.
That's not his daughter.
Oh my God, that's his daughter.
Whose daughter?
No,
in the
that's
show
not.
she watched.
Mom, you're just saying stop. Don't.
No.
No, she was saying in real life. Sure.
No, because in Justified, that was his daughter, his real life daughter. The new one, the new Justified, not the old one.
Okay, all right. Well, great. She's in the show.
Well, anyway, I think this is cool. I think it's cool they're getting to this so fast. It'll kind of be funny because
I don't think it's that fast. It'll kind of be funny
because oh my God. Okay, it'll kind of be funny because the gap between Last of Us Part 1 and 2 will be shorter than the actual games. So it's interesting. But I don't know. I wonder if Last of Us will ever stop being made. But shout out to her. I hope the role wins an Emmy or something.
So you haven't seen it, Biko, the series?
No, he hasn't seen it. He hasn't watched it.
Oh, wow. You have a treat in store for you.
Do I?
You do. I didn't want to watch it.
If I already know what happens and have seen it already, I mean...
I knew what happened. I watched it.
It's well done.
Yeah. Was it more memorable than the game, Chevar?
Yes.
Chevar?
Yeah.
Like how Mom said yes, she didn't even get halfway through the game. I would say it's as memorable as the game.
The middle as usual. Okay, we can go to the next topic.
It was pretty good.
No, not 6. I said 7. Nobody's coming up with 6. Who works out in 6 minutes? You won't even get your heart going, not even a mouse on a wheel.
Why do you take so long to introduce the topics?
Because all the topics got scrambled. What's happening?
Then just pick one that we haven't done.
Let's talk about the
Metal Gears. What, Mom? You.
Oh, go ahead. Okay. No, go ahead and do it.
Yes,
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear and Solid Delta, Snake Eater. It's a long title. And Silent Hill 2 remake are scheduled to come out this year after PlayStation released a coming in 2024 video featuring numerous games, but these particular two didn't have a release date. I think we all expected them to come out in 2024 either way, but now we know that that is the expected time frame.
I particularly they didn't have any sort of time frame before.
Yeah, I particularly am not extreme. I'm skeptical about these games just because of who's making them. Konami does not have a good track record these days with putting out games as true efforts. They seem to be just like another thing to get money out of because they know it'll sell some amount.
And it's Unreal Engine 5, an engine that nobody really knows how to use yet, and I don't really have confidence in Konami to be putting the time in to know the ins and outs of Unreal 5. I think they're going to try to limp it to the finish line as much as possible.
I'm not too worried about that. It's just the track record with Konami. Konami is not just a video game company.
Oh yeah,
Konami
I
is
agree.
Like
I think it's just one more wrench in the operation.
Right. They like are the, I don't know, they're kind of like Walmart of business. They do a lot of stuff. They build buildings. They have gambling machines. They have real estate holdings. They have like tech that they build, and games is one of those things they do. And it seems like at least the last decade, let's just say a decade, everything they do in the gaming space is just a cash grab. So, for example, Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater won't have new lines recorded, even though it's a remake of a game that at this point is 20 years old.
Over 20, I'm pretty sure. I think it's like 2003, I think.
Yeah.
No, 2004, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
So that would be, 2004, so that would be 20 years. And they're not recording any new lines. They're not actually remaking any. As far as what we can tell, the only thing remade is the graphical look.
The graphics, that's it.
Of the game.
It seems to be that they say that they're changing some of the gameplay, but we have not seen anything at all so far. But the biggest tell to me was what you already said, that there's not going to be any new voice recordings. So I'm not too happy about Metal Gear Solid Delta. I think it's probably going to be bad, and mostly because I don't expect them to actually do anything. It's just going to be like, fancy looking Snake Eater. I hope it's not like one of the biggest disasters this year or anything like that, right? Like,
all they had to do
could be that, but
all they had to do was call Kojima and say, "Hey, you want to make this game?" Because I swear, I tell you right now, he would have said, "Absolutely." That was, out of all the games he's made, Metal Gear Solid 3 might be game wise considered like the best. He would have done it, and then they could have. The reason there are no new voices is not like they didn't want to pay, but also nobody wants to hear another Snake that isn't David Hayter, and David Hayter's not going to do it if Kojima's not going to do it, and they're not going to talk to Kojima because they hate Kojima now, and so it's I don't know why they're doing it. These games will probably be mediocre. Same with Silent Hill 2. It's just, what's the last time Konami put out like a solid game? I don't know. So
no, they haven't, and I don't know. The Silent Hill thing is funny because say what you want about Silent Hill 2, I get it, it's the iconic one. I think it's so weird to just only remake Silent Hill 2 because Silent Hill 1.
Well, but Silent Hill 1's been remade twice already.
But okay, when was the last one remade? Like remade, really? When
kind of.
Silent Hill Homecoming, I guess, was there was Homecoming, and then there was another.
Not
one, right?
Homecoming.
Well, it's a retelling kind of thing.
Yeah, but they've done it twice already. Like, here's Silent Hill number 1. So
there is no. What are you talking about? Ports are not remakes. There's no remake of Silent Hill 1.
not a remake, but they've retold it. They've done.
Yeah, but how many generations has it been, dude?
And if you're Konami, the cash hungry people, which game are you gonna remake? The one that's most popular?
Exactly. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
You stepped on my point to make my point for me. That's why I think this is weird. Okay, I think it's weird to. It's funny because you used your own logic. I don't think that logic makes any sense. There has not been a Silent Hill remake. Point blank, there hasn't been. Last time it was quote unquote remade was like on the PS3 and Xbox. That's a long time. That's a long time ago. Xbox 360. So, and I'm not talking about a retelling. I mean like a remake, not a retelling, a remake of Silent Hill 1. There has not been that. And like you said, the reason they're doing 2 is because 2 is the one that people regularly refer to as the best one, the one that the best story or whatever. So it's a money grab. And the company that got to do it, a lot of fans are not happy that they're doing it because a lot of what Silent Hill 2 deals with, this is just more of like from a critic side or from like a fan's standpoint from what I've seen. Blooper Team is not very good with like themes of like, depression or mental health issues and stuff like that, right? Like not just like nobody's saying you have to baby that stuff, but a lot of their games kind of amount to you're mentally ill, you should kill yourself, and that's not really what Silent Hill does with a lot of their characters.
Like
a lot of fans already kind of looked at the trailers and signed some. The Medium. The Medium, pretty much the entire point is a sister has the mental illness and it's killing your family, so you have to kill your sister because she's depressed. That's kind of like how the whole game goes. I played it. It sucked. I played it with my wife, but
Jeez, now I'm depressed.
Yeah. So I don't have faith in the company they're asking to remake it because they don't really have a great track record. They were also the people, I don't know. The Blooper Team's not bad or anything, but they're not exactly have a great track record to suddenly be jumping into Silent Hill with Silent Hill 2.
I mean, it's not like they got to write it. It's already
trusting with them. Well, yeah, no, but they're not. Yeah, I get they're not writing it, but they're gonna rewrite it. They've already said they're gonna do something different. Like they're not gonna just do the game point blank how it's supposed to be done. They're gonna do their own blooper thing with it. So like, I feel like that's not that. The things they're known for are Layers of Fear and the Medium. That's really it. Layers of Fear is the only thing that really took off. There's another game called Observer. That one didn't really take off as much, but yeah, Layers of Fear I know for sure. And the Medium has was also kind of an homage to games like Silent Hill. It's kind of like them pitching that they wanted to do this game. So I don't know. I think anybody who wants to play it, may God be with you. Have fun. I personally just think that these are 2 money grabs that Sony's just kind of like, yeah, let's do it. Not so much Metal Gear because Metal Gear's coming to everything, but I'm pretty sure Silent Hill is a PlayStation exclusive.
Maybe. I don't remember. It probably is.
We got the articles right in front of us, boss. Yeah. Silent Hill 2 is a PlayStation 5 exclusive, and it will also launch at PC at some point. Meanwhile, Metal Gear Solid is coming to everything, and by everything I mean everything but Switch, so Xbox, PC, and PS5.
Oh well. Well, get on Konami. They'll make a few monies this coming year. We'll see.
7's the key number here. Think about it. 7 11s?
Yeah.
7 dwarfs? 7, man, that's the number. 7 chipmunks twirling on a branch, eating lots of sunflowers on my uncle's ranch. You know that old children's tale from the sea? It's like you're dreaming about gorgonzola cheese when it's clearly brie time, baby. Step into my office.
All right.
Why?
Because you're fucking fired.
Jesus. Well, finally,
What?
May I move on? I was going to step in.
Ooh, where were you moving? Were you moving
Where
where
are
I'm
you
moving?
moving to?
Well, maybe the unbeatable Tetris game is no longer unbeatable because it's been beat. And who beats better than a 13-year-old boy?
Yeah. So.
Oh, don't say it like that.
Oh, that sounded really.
So, 13-year-old Thor Ackerland. He actually ended up.
Oh,
wait, no, sorry,
geez.
that's not his name. Sorry, my bad. I'm reading the thing wrong.
Yeah, I'm like, who's
his
Thor?
His name's Gibson. Willis Gibson. Sorry, Willis Gibson. Willis Gibson quote unquote,
Oh.
got the true kill screen in Tetris on level 157, something that was previously thought to be like, impossible. So it's really cool. He actually got to the end, something that people haven't been able to do since 1989, when Chevar was born, which is kind of funny. But yeah, no. So shout out to this kid. He practiced it a lot. I couldn't do anything like this. I saw this go viral because some old fogey on BBC, she reported the story and then told the kid to go outside and that this wasn't worth his time. So yeah, she can go fuck herself. But shout out to this kid. That's pretty fun.
So, do you know why Tetris was thought unbeatable? Anyone?
No, why, sure.
No. Why?
Okay, so old games like Tetris, Pac-Man, they don't really have an end. They just keep going, right? You go next level. Snake, right? You go next level, next level, next level. And typically, most games, you say it's the end of the game when it crashes because the game can't load the memory again. It'll load over itself and the game crashes, and that's what you call a kill screen. So Pac-Man has a kill screen. I think Donkey Kong has a kill screen. Everything has a kill screen. But with Tetris, for the first, I'd say like 20 years, people thought you couldn't get past like level 17 or something. Because at that point, it was so fast that by the time a block got from the top to the bottom, you couldn't do a full turn by holding the button, right? So you couldn't do a full turn. You couldn't get them. You couldn't get the blocks fall in the middle. If you needed a block to go all the way to the left or all the way to the right, it was impossible by holding the button because it would fall so fast, you'd only get halfway there. And then eventually, at some point, they found a technique called, not at some point, I'd say like late 2000s, like the first, they got super tapping, where a guy was tapping the back and front of the controller so that you could get two inputs in microseconds to move the pieces left and right. So then people went up to levels like 30, 40, 50. And so like every year it's like 10 more levels people were able to move up. But at some point, I don't know, maybe like 2 to 5 years ago, the memory in Tetris starts rereading itself. And so then the colors of the blocks would change. So every level, the colors change to black, right, well, whatever. And then every 8, 9 levels, it resets to the same thing. Eventually, when you get to like level 100 or 90 or something like that, it would all the blocks would be invisible, or all the blocks would be colors that you can't really distinguish. You can't tell what block you have. So people thought that was the end. But this kid, he figured out that, well, he didn't figure out. Someone figured out with like an AI, this thing that's so evil, that if you get to certain levels and you put blocks and you clear blocks, a certain amount of blocks, you can crash the RAM. But you have to get to a certain level and do a certain amount. So, for example, he got to 157. He actually made a mistake. He was trying to stop at 156, but he made a mistake. He didn't clear. He cleared one block instead of 2 blocks, and so the next level started, and he had to do it all over again, not knowing what blocks were coming and falling. He kind of got lucky at the end. But he got the kill screen, the RAM loaded or didn't load, it crashed. So it is pretty cool thing he did. He was actually racing. He was doing it live on stream with some other dude who also does Tetris. And yeah, so I think you can watch the stream if you, I mean, at least the end of it.
Yeah,
That's
no, I watched the
pretty
video.
coincidental.
What's coincidental?
That he happened to be on the screen.
He's always streaming because they've been trying to do this for like months now.
They stream a lot of people who do stuff like this, especially world record stuff. They regularly stream their attempts like, the whole time.
So a lot of wasted video. Okay.
Right. So now
No,
players are
that's
trying
not
to
how
reach.
video works.
Now players, the next goal is to reach the final level, which is 255. But in order to do that, you have to clear the levels without clearing. You have to clear the level without clearing it too hard. If you clear it too much, it'll crash the game and the game will end, like this kid did. But if you clear it just right, you can get it all the way to the end, and then the game will reset. So I think that's the next thing people are going to try to do. It'll probably take another 3 or 4 years because it's pretty tough to do. But congratulations to the little guy who started playing Tetris a few
Mr.
years ago.
Gibson. That's great. Good kid.
I don't know if he's a good kid. He could be a monster.
Good monster kid.
Who knows?
I just
Maybe
hope
he
he
got
did his
accepted.
homework.
Maybe he got accepted to college
Right,
at
kids
7.
and
like,
old people.
Like I actually kids. I don't hate kids, but I accept them for what they are. They're lesser human, if you even want to call them human. I think.
Oh, we're gonna do this again.
But it's true. How do you? What? It's true.
We've had this discussion.
Okay, don't act like there's not a difference between veal and beef. Okay, just there's a difference. Okay, it's not the same. It's not the same.
It's not the same.
It's not the
But that
same, and
doesn't
there's a
make them-
reason. There's a
But
reason.
they're not. You call them subhuman.
That's his
They
favorite thing.
literally. That's literally what children are. They're subhuman, and we do everything
All right,
we
got
can
one
in
more
this
topic
world
now.
to
Let's
make
get
them
into it.
more than that. Okay, last topic for news. Okay, Apple Vision Pro, which was announced and shown off, I think a year ago at this point. Now apparently we have a release date. When did you say, Pico? That would be.
For what? What are we? Wait, what?
Are we talking about the Apple Vision thing?
Apple
yeah,
Vision
yeah,
Pro.
yeah.
It's launching
February
next
2nd.
month.
So, February. Pre-orders begin next Friday, and it launches February 2nd. So, for people who have not,
Dang, that's boss right
check this
there.
out. Basically, Apple is selling like virtual reality headset that you kind of have on pretty regularly. It'll like read blogs it'll read stuff to you. It'll basically have the whole HUD for like the heads up display for an iPhone right in front of you. You can even use FaceTime with it. You can kind of drag the screens around in virtual reality and place things where you need to put them. They announced this, I think, a year and a half-ish ago, or maybe it was just last year. But yeah, it's the Vision Pro. It has a few different games in it, like What the Golf and Super Fruit Ninja and stuff like that. I am very curious how good this is actually going to be, because like one of the things it does is if you FaceTime, since it's on your face, it creates an avatar of you that it like approximates through the Vision Pro. So like it's taking your eyes, but it's putting it on like a fake body that'll be talking, which is interesting. I'm just interested to see how this will work when regular people get their hands on it, which we'll see how many regular people get their hands on it, because it's $3,500.
Oh, that
A lot
part
of-
I remember.
No, a lot of people are gonna get that's cheap. A lot of people are gonna get their hands on that.
Cheaper than some Apple computers. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true too.
True.
And
Very-
I think it's like it's Apple doing their Apple thing, you know, take a thing that is coming up and out and like doing their little twist to it. I think it does stuff with AI, or not AI, with VR that will get people
Probably AI
to want to get it. Like the whole thing where the see-through and they show a video of your eyes, so you can wear it, walk around, you can see people outside of it, and when they look at you, they don't see you with this big thing on your face. They see you in your eyes through a screen that's on the front, so it looks like you're looking through sunglasses or something like that.
It looks kind of funny.
It does look funny.
It looks
but
goofy.
People are they're gonna love that.
I think it'll be something that will make this will either they'll either only make 1 or 2 more versions of it, and it might just tap out. But I don't know. I thought that about the Apple Watch, and that's still going. So I wouldn't be surprised if they refine this, made it less bulky over time, like they're known to do with most Apple things. I think it's cool. Do I see myself having one?
Yes.
If I had the cash, I would probably buy one because it's fun. I think it looks cool. I'm not sure how comfortable it would be to have it on regularly. I don't think you'd want to wear this like very often. Like part of what they pitch it as, you can have a TV show going while you play your PlayStation on it. But if I recall correctly, the battery life isn't like 8 hours or anything like that. It's not like the device doesn't last for a long time. So I'm just curious what like the utility is for it in like a daily use. Like, is it I want to watch TV, so I'll put that on instead type of thing?
Well, I'm looking at
chores, so I'll walk around with this on my head type of thing.
I'm sure you'll be able to charge it. Charge it while you're using it.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
If you see there's a wire in the back and it looks like it's connected to something.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's
I'm sure
a charger
you'll be able
or a phone.
To plug it in.
I do like the movie thing. I think that's pretty cool. You can just watch
that's the kind of stuff that's gonna get people to get it. I mean, if Veronica could put one of those on and watch a movie, and like she's in a theater or she'd do it every day.
You can watch it like you're on the beach.
You can watch a movie like you're on the beach and the movie's on the horizon, or whatever you want to do. People like that. I think it's gonna do well. I think the FaceTime thing is. I always think everything they do with FaceTime's novelty, and then that's what everyone does all the time. So, it'll work. People like it. I'm sure people will try to incorporate this into working. So, we'll see. $3,500.
I'm also curious to see how people are going to be goofy with them, mostly just see what dumb stuff people do. But I think it's cool. I don't know. Like I said, it's just one of those Apple things. I'm like, wow, I can't afford that like the computers. So
I like the moving your hand
and
making things happen.
Yeah, but I haven't spent $3,500 on anything yet. So I don't know if that'll be the first thing.
Yeah, sure, but it's when you think about like other VR and other Apple products and like the Apple ecosystem and what people spend on Apple stuff. Like I know people who buy the new Mac or the MacBook, whatever it is, every 2 years, and they're spending like thousands of dollars when they could just spend like half of that and get a comparable computer. Like not even building it, just go buy one that does the same thing. But they don't. They people will pick this up. You'll see a lot of it.
Yeah, like the Apple Watches. Apple Watches caught on like crazy. So like every other person has one now.
This looks like fun.
The guy working at the DMV had an Apple Watch. I'm like, how do you afford that, Michael?
I mean, you don't spend your money on a lot of different things. I'm sure
somebody left it in the car.
Somebody left it in the drive. Yeah, probably. He had one of the nice ones too. It was like bezeled and it had like He kept showing it too. When I was trying to sign something, like I was thinking what date it was, and his watch is just like. He's just flicking his wrist like, you see that? It's a 10th.
Showing the day. He got it for Christmas. He's proud of it.
He was proud of it. And it was big. It was the big. Did they have different sizes of Apple Watches?
Maybe.
They have different sizes, different models. Yeah, okay. It might have been he might have got an older model or like a hand-me-down or something.
Nah, his was big like that's you got a 70-inch TV screen, not like a big like that's old, like big like so everybody gonna see that watch.
Yeah, it exists on like your Apple Watch.
Cool.
Why are you attacking me, dog?
What are you talking about? You going off on this man from the DMV?
I was saying he got a watch. I don't know how. Dang, dog. I ain't even talking about
a thick watch. That man got a.
I ain't talking about how you got 45-second rants and nothing like that, man. You know what?
But you know what? We had another story that nobody wanted to talk about. The Bald Air thing. Did we talk
Yeah,
about that?
Chevar just skipped that one. That was the one I was gonna go to next, but
Yeah, that's
yeah.
okay. Let's catch up on that next time because
It's not really worth catching up next. We can just talk about it real quick. Chevar, you got another button or no?
I think we lost him.
All right. So, Microsoft criticized for Xbox auto upload stance following Baldur's Gate 3 nudity bans. So, I'll just wrap this story up, real tightly. Just give you a quick rundown. Long story short, Baldur's Gate 3 came out on Xbox, but Xbox Series consoles have this weird thing where it auto uploads a lot of stuff that you do, whether it's you playing a game or, well, yeah, actually, that's it. You playing a game.
Uploads to what?
So it uploads to like this like social space thing, and it uploads it to like the Xbox network. So the Xbox network is kind of like where you can like see what other people are doing, right? And part of it is that it has a system that kind of takes out what's quote, like it has like a bot that's basically going through taking out what's quote unquote like explicit material, and it can ban people. But the thing is that people were getting banned for stuff that was automatically uploaded without their permission, and auto upload is on by default. It's not like something you turn on. It's on by default. So people were just playing their game, something got uploaded, and some people caught bans from Xbox Live. Yeah, Microsoft's stance on this was just turn auto upload off. They kind of were like, yeah, we looked into it. Nobody should be getting suspended, but if you do get suspended, reach out to us and we'll unban you. Is kind of what they said. They were kind of like, yeah, I mean, that's all you got to do. So, I think it's kind of weird that auto upload is on. I think that's kind of strange, especially if part of it can be used to, suspend people. And even if it is like a temporary suspension, like that sucks that can possibly happen. And they're just basically saying, well, it is what it is. But do I think it's a huge deal? No, but it's kind of a weird thing for them to do.
Well, I think all in all, the situation is fine. Like, I think, of course, to have it auto-enabled, because if you have this social media platform, you want people to post there, and it's this new thing or thing, then make people automatically upload to it. That makes sense to have it on. Maybe it doesn't make sense to do it with M-rated games. Maybe that part. Because they're M-rated for some reason, but people are getting banned. People are like, why am I getting banned? I didn't upload that. It auto-uploaded. They came out and said, all right, turn off auto-uploads so you don't upload your smut. I don't think there's anything, I think it went the way it should have.
But wasn't it their own smut from their own game?
Yeah, it's a game that they allowed to be sold on their shop that people can buy.
It's not
and play.
their own
and it's
game.
actually the game of the year from last year.
Yeah, it's a game.
Yeah. The game of the year.
Yeah, I mean, I get people make the argument like, you put the game on there, but then you could say so they shouldn't ban anything because all things would be from their game, right? That doesn't make I think
I don't. Yeah, Chevar, I don't think they should ban any game. Yeah, I don't think they should ban anything from getting uploaded. I think that's a perfectly valid stance.
No,
especially if you're gonna have auto upload on, and what games are on your system, you shouldn't be banning anybody.
Of course, they're gonna ban stuff because if it's
like
a social network,
what should they be banning then?
They should ban whatever they want to ban. It's their platform.
Okay, sure. What should they be banning so it's okay for them to ban people for this then, right?
No, I didn't say it's okay for them to ban people from this.
But you said it's okay for them to ban for whatever reason they want to, and they said that they might choose to ban
hold
people
on.
for
Let me say what I'm saying, okay? All right. If they want to ban for nudity or extreme violence or whatever, that's well within their right to do so. And they did, and they were. They were banning people who shouldn't have been banned because those people weren't knowingly uploading such stuff. So they came out and said, reach out, and if you were banned for that, you'll be unbanned. And turn off your auto uploads. I don't see any issue with that. Of course they're going to ban stuff on the platform because the platform is a platform for ages 3 and up. So, why get in all that hot water of having...
once again, I just don't put this in everybody else's court, right? Like then, like you said, don't let
It's not
M-rated games be automatic. Don't let M-rated games be uploaded through auto upload, and I feel like that would just solve the problem. I feel like that's
it
just
would
really
solve
silly.
this issue, but then what about things in M-rated games that aren't an issue that somebody wants to upload? Now you can't
There
upload.
should be nothing in any M-rated game because we have the rating system that should not be allowed on their thing. There shouldn't be a single thing. That's the whole reason you have the rating system. That's why the company approves which games are allowed on their systems. So no, I don't think anything
Doesn't
should
make
be banned on
sense.
there.
So the sex scenes should be in an environment where children are as well.
Yeah, they're on YouTube. Kids are allowed there.
They're on YouTube. Kids are allowed
yeah,
there. That's your...
Yeah, I mean, if we're talking, Chevar, just because kids can access it doesn't mean everything has to be centered around the kids. Stop M-rated stuff from being uploaded. Nobody should be banned from posting something that can be played on the fucking console. Nobody's posting... Nobody's posting ISIS beheadings or actual people having sex. It's
but
all video
the kids
game
can
stuff.
reach those
I
too.
feel like it would be different. It would be different if they were hacking the game like they were doing back in the Halo 3 days and stuff, hacking the game and putting explicit images in the game and then uploading those images onto public sites. That's not what's going on. This is people taking screenshots from unmodified games and then getting banned from it. That doesn't make any fucking sense. That doesn't. It doesn't make. It makes no.
Why does it? Tell me why it doesn't
people,
make sense. Because it's on the platform. The game is on the platform.
There's already a rating system. So now you're banning people for playing a game.
You're not getting banned for playing the game.
System.
You're not getting banned for playing the game.
You're getting banned because
if you play the game, you get banned.
Whoopsie daisy. Xbox feels like they can ban it. You get banned. It's over.
No,
okay, it's simply like a glitch, and I feel like I'm in Congress
It's not a glitch, Mom.
No, it's intentional.
It's not a glitch.
Right.
They literally said it's working as intended.
It's working as intended. It's just that it's all sweeping. It took care of everything, including the game that they offer. So.
No, I know, but my point is Chevar is saying that something should be banned on this platform, which is a platform that only allows people to take videos and screenshots from games that can be bought on a Microsoft console that they already allow people to play. Now Chevar is saying that possibly M-rated content should get people banned on this thing because children exist on the platform. And mind you, I guess we're just taking out the fact that, parental controls exist on these things. So maybe that's where the responsibility should be, instead of saying we will ban anybody for posting things on the console that allows you to play this game. They're also not age gating anybody from buying Baldur's Gate and then playing it and being under the age of 17. So I think that's a really dumb thing to say. Let's ban things from games that they are allowing to be played on their system. Like I said, if it was a hack or something like that, that's completely different. We're talking about titties and butt from games that are already they're games that are out and exist. That's like saying
we should ban 45-minute monologues. I get. Okay, I want to talk too. Okay, I would like to. I mean, you keep telling me what I'm saying. Let me
shut up and say it. Ugh.
I think, let's wrap this one up. Congress persons.
If they want to ban things in their store or in their platform, they can, and there's nothing wrong with them doing so. If people upload things that they...
By the way, this is the same guy that when I tried to set up Discord rules, he got upset because I said no racism.
You say where someone
you can't tell people not to be racist.
Like 45 seconds, and then I spoke like 10, and then got interrupted.
Blah, blah, blah. Let's wrap this up. We're obviously tired.
No, I'm going to say what I was going to say because I've been trying to say it.
Wants to defend
Let me just
Xbox
say what I want to say. Okay, thanks for saying my point. If a platform wants to ban things, they can ban those things. If you post to the platform things that are banned, you can be banned. If you have a situation where people are unintentionally banned because they're unintentionally posting things, and you address it by saying, turn off the auto post, because that's what's happening, there's no fault or wrong here. If they want to ban stuff, it doesn't matter what it is or what the reason is. It's their platform. It's fine. They can ban it. There's no one doing it wrong here. Microsoft didn't do it wrong. These people got banned. Didn't do wrong if they got banned because they got auto-uploaded. They're gonna get
Right. And
unbanned.
like I said,
they
I understand
unbanned
all of
them.
that. I just think
Yeah.
it's kind of weird that you
Yeah.
say that they should be allowed to ban anything on their platform.
Why
where
shouldn't you?
people are uploading content from a game.
You
that
just said
everybody
you
can
wanted
access
to
and
put a
everybody can
thing.
play.
You just, what do you mean? You just said you wanted to put a thing on the Discord that said no racism. Why wouldn't you be able to do that?
Because you said I couldn't. You said that will offend people.
No, I didn't say it.
You
It
literally
would
said
offend.
we can't
No,
do
I
that.
didn't
You can't
say
put
it
all
would
those rules around
offend
people.
I didn't
You
say
said
it
might
would
bring- it might
offend
make
people
do
or it's
that
rules
more. That's
around
what you
people.
told me.
I said that is like telling people my opinion is, and that's just my opinion. Or of course
Sorry
you don't
that
want
you're-
racism
sorry
in a
that you're-
place.
Sorry that you're a black man that wants to make sure that white people can do racism. I'm glad that you're doing that. That's awesome.
Where did you get that from? How do you go
Because
like
what you
it's
just
just like
said
your
is-
AI thing? You go 8
Yeah,
leaps past where you
racism
are.
isn't an opinion. If I can tell people, don't
That's
tell me
not
to
what I
fucking
was
serve me,
saying.
you're racist.
I was saying it's superfluous. You don't need to say no racism. Most places you walk into, that's like something generally agreed
You haven't been on
upon
the
we
internet
shouldn't
then. You
do.
haven't been in a lot of discords. I think that's like a pretty clear rule in a lot of discords these days
Does
for obvious
Discord
reasons.
ban people for racism? If a
Chevar,
if a
'cause
server
Discord is one big ass thread, right?
I'm
No,
asking you,
dumbass. I'm
if
talking
a
about
server-
Can I
different
do a
servers.
Marjorie Taylor
Chevar, Jesus
Greene
fucking
here?
yes,
Christ.
please bring up show penis pics, please. Come on.
I
Where's the
am.
porn?
I'm
Like,
about
Chevar,
to
what are you-
display them now.
What are you talking about? Like,
All right.
It was
Well,
a-
yeah,
thanks for-
Discord doesn't ban people for racism. Duh, Discord's a fucking it's the fucking program. Talking about servers and server etiquette. You're trying to tell me about server etiquette and said don't put no
This-
racism in there.
Can't
Don't put
do
no
it.
racism.
I'm
in
not
there. You
gonna.
can't
I'm not
put
gonna
no
keep
racism.
Oh
arguing.
my
I'm not gonna
God, I'm
keep
so
arguing with
sorry
you.
we
I'm gonna
did
end
the
the
last
podcast
topic.
here. I'm gonna
Yeah.
end the podcast here because mom's clearly asleep.
This was a lively one, and some of us
Biko
have
is
to
a
go to
mind
work. That's
reader.
like all
And-
of us have to go to work. Let's go.
Thanks for listening to the podcast. This has been episode 124, and today is the what happened there? What was that noise? Oh, Biko left. Episode 124, Wednesday. We will see you next week for episode 125. Hope you have a great day. If you have any questions, you can email the show at superchevybros@gmail.com or reach out to us at any of our social media things at the same Super Chevy Bros. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.
Have a great one. Bye.